Hi, I'm Christy. Today I want to talk to you about re-entering life purposefully. So as I wrap up this series about living life during COVID-19 pandemic, I find myself shifting my perspective to what life will be like once all the restrictions lift and we can return to life as we had originally planned. Now, I should say we've had another uneventful week. We've accomplished things at work. We shopped with a minimal amount of time out and about. Sean and I even made some progress in looking at his top colleges and what we need to find out from them. We're fairly content sticking around the house overall, checking in with friends, doing things together as a family. I even had a chance to have an online meeting with a friend, and I have plans to meet up with another friend this week. As I look ahead, though, I still see a lot of uncertainty. The part of me that likes to know what to expect is kind of struggling. I'd love to have a specific plan laid out for me so that I know what to expect. And to know when I can start freely moving about again and when I can meet friends again. But I realize that that's not realistic because no one knows how this is all going to play out. In a press conference this past week, our governor stated that when we do reopen, we will do so in a slow phases to prevent a major resurgence. Now, this makes so much sense to me. I'd really hate to open things up so quickly that we're forced to return to quarantine to regain control again. Now, I think that what's hard for me is twofold. One, the uncertainty of knowing how long this is going to go on for. That constant unknown is kind of hard for me. And yet, I can step back and be objective enough to know that no one has solid answers now because they don't know either. From that perspective, I'm grateful that the leaders over me aren't making any promises or statements that they'll have to change or take back when things don't pan out the way they think they would. And two, I'm unsure how I want to plan events for this summer. Will we be able to travel safely? Will we be able to go on college visits? Will it be safe to attend camp? That and so many other questions along those lines. But while my brain can easily spin up and take off on a wild path of its own, I'm also very aware that I don't have to make these decisions today. In fact, a lot of these are beyond my control, so the decisions need to wait. Which brings me back once again to seeking to find a perspective that's healthy and realistic. I'm learning to make my first step, or one of my first steps, a place of gratitude. When I stop to think about it, I realize all over again that I have so much to be grateful for. I need to restart my habit of writing down what I'm thankful for on a daily basis. It's hard for me to remain stressed or worried when I stop to think about all I have to be thankful for. Good health, jobs that we enjoy and are fulfilled in, the boys making wise choices with their lives, the ability to travel. Well, most of the time anyway. The list goes on. And I keep reminding myself that this too shall pass. Quarantine isn't going to last forever. At some point, probably relatively soon, we'll be able to be back to our regularly scheduled lives, able to move about, shop as we please, and get back to our list of regularly scheduled events. I can schedule appointments with friends again and go and have fun. Now, of course, as our weather is warming up, I'm also realizing that being stuck in the house means that I won't be out and about, getting in and out of a really hot car with regularity. Now that part is really appealing. So maybe being stuck at home this summer won't be so bad after all. But once again, as I look ahead, I'm finding that I'm kind of excited. Excited to reestablish friendships and seek to deepen those relationships. I'm excited to not have to think about catching a significant illness all of the time. And even more, I'm looking forward to continuing to grow and develop personally, to watch the boys continue on the paths that they're on. I'm excited to see what the future holds for each of them. And that always gets me thinking about you and where I envision Haven of Hope for me heading. So over the next few weeks, I'll be looking at where we're headed. I'll be asking for your input, and I look forward to seeing what you have to say. Maybe it's just the optimist in me, but when I look into the future, I get really excited about all of the possibilities. And I hope that I continue to see you there journeying along with me. Which leads me to my question for this week. What do you see when you look into the future? When you're looking forward, are you looking forward to a freer life? I'd love to hear about it. You can leave me a comment over on the blog at www.havenofhopeforme.com. This post originally posted the end of April of 2020. Or you can leave me a comment below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. As always, I appreciate it if you'd share this with anybody you think would find it helpful. I'd love to help as many families as I can. Over on the website, you'll find sign-up lists as always. Signing up lets you know about newly released content as soon as it's available. I also have a link on the blog or below for the new Facebook group that I've joined. If you're interested in joining, click the link and you can get signed up. I'd love to have your assistance in helping me to create a community that encourages and supports each other on our journeys. So I'm looking back to gain perspective so that we can all look forward and continue to say that life is good and there is never a dull moment.